Hello and welcome back. I am Boetic, and this is episode 7 on the Mishmash server. And we're starting today over where we first started the um the season. We found this village, and it is time that we start migrating from this village over to our house and expanding a little bit more. So there's been a couple things that I've done. I went ahead and before we had a really great iron farm that was right down over here. It's kind of what kept us going at the very beginning of the season. Well, as I come down, you'll see that iron farm is no more. I have completely taken that down, went through, got all my redstone out. That way, we just weren't spending any time over here, so it really wasn't running all that much. And I was going to have to come over and AFK for iron and all of that. So that was step 1. Step 2 was I hadn't, like I just said, I hadn't been spending a lot of time over here. We'd been spending most of our time at our base. So the bee farm over here, the honey farm, had gotten backed up a couple times. So I went ahead and took down the redstone here. And I still wanted to keep our bees because I do plan on moving the bee farm over there. But yeah, so we're slowly starting to kind of take some things down here and move them over to our kind of forever home a little bit more. So I'm gonna start taking down some of these other things. I will be building a villager area over there for our villagers. So and then we'll clean up over here and make it feel a little more homey for the villagers that stay here. But let's go over, and I want to show you a few of the things that I've been working on. As you see, there's been some falling golems here. That's why we took out the iron farm, because we've got a better iron farm now, and it's really working well. We've got lots of golems falling into lava, getting collected there. If you'll notice, you don't see anything up there. Let's fly up there, and I'll give you a quick look at what I did. I really like this because you can't see any of it from the ground here, but as soon as we start getting higher, still can't see it. But if we start flying up now, it starts coming into the screen, and we can come up here. And if I can land right here, I'm going to go ahead and go into free cam mode so we can just kind of take a look and see what's going on. So I had captured some pillagers, and we've got 4 sets of villagers around. That pillager scares them. The iron golem will then spawn on these on the slime blocks and then immediately get launched off. Let's see if we can see it happen here on one of these two. There we go. See how the iron golem spawns and immediately gets launched off, and then they fall all the way down into those areas. And we've got 2 of those here. So we've got one pillager there, we've got another pillager here, and it's working really well. I really like that there's also an on-off switch for it, so I can just switch this, and what that will actually do is it closes the doors around the pillager, and now we don't collect any iron. But I'm going to leave that on, and let's go ahead and fall down. And you'll see those iron golems are falling into those holes there. Got 4 of them. And they come in here. It's working out really well. I'll hop down. I have a chunk loader here. It's not working right now, but we'll get to that. So iron comes flowing through here, goes through a little sorter, so I'm getting poppies and the iron ingots, and then we'll keep going down. They go through a tileable crafter to turn them into blocks, so they get turned into blocks right there. And then come over here, and this is where the any shulkers of bone meal would be. So bone meal comes in here. We're using the same system a few different places, but we got iron blocks coming in here, and then iron blocks coming in here. So we've got iron for days now. We've got tons of iron, and that's working out really, really well. While I'm down here, I'm going to take a look at a couple of the other redstone things that I've done here. Adding on to my last episode where I was just trying to collect as much wood as possible. We've been doing a little redstoning over here too. So last episode we got all of the bamboo taken care of. Well, one of the builds I'm going to be doing in this episode needed some different wood types. So I decided to build a this wood farm will do birch, and it will do oak. Oak's what we needed. All I do is throw this lever. TNT will start to fall on that side. And then we come in here, and if I grab some oak saplings, we just put in the oak. It'll move it around, and it blows it up. So it's working out really good. I've got tons and tons of wood. Now let me run past this before the next one explodes. Alright. And we'll go down, and the collection area for that is just right here. And we've got, a shulker of oak, shulker of birch. That's or not a shulker, that's double chest. That's working out really well for us. So we're going to use some of those in a build coming up a little bit later. Let's go down. All right. So that's probably the newest build I've done. Let's go ahead and get those put back. And I'm thinking what's going to end up happening here, I'm going to do probably a dark oak farm right over on this side. So this level is just going to be like wood farms. I think that's kind of a neat idea. All right, so let's go up one level here. And let's come back here. This probably could have gone anywhere, but I was in need of building some dispensers, and those are super annoying to build. So I just combined two crafters together and made it to where one crafter is dumping redstone and cobblestone into here, filling that up, and the other crafter is building bows for us. So, and I've got the ingredients for a bow in this one. So every time I push this button, dispenser comes out, and we've got a dispenser, and it's ready to go again. So I can push this button as fast as I want, and I get as many dispensers as I need, and that is just so much easier than trying to craft those by hand. So that was a really good one for a couple of the builds that I'd been doing. But then I realized I didn't have a really great way to get cobble yet. And I didn't want to build... I wanted to build something that was AFK-able. So let's come this way. And head on up. We're going to go straight out here. Across the way. And we've got a real simple cobblestone farm here. Come up here, hit the button, and TNT falls, and this thing will make just a ton of cobble for us. Let me get to one of the ones that it's actually filling right now. There we go. So it's just making a ton of cobble for us. Let's come over here. There we go. So yeah, that's working out real well. Come back up here to the top. Turn it off. Yeah, so the TNT's falling, landing right above that piece of lava there, and then it blows up the blocks around there and feeds the cobble into here. So that's been a really good way. It takes 15-20 minutes to fill up a whole double chest full, so it works out really well. And the reason I needed that was because we've got another redstone build we're putting in over here. This is turning into the let me show you what I built off camera episode. But let's jump up. And one of the things that I noticed every time I was leaving my house, heading to my portal over here, I'd look down and I would have no rockets left. I've got all the supplies for rockets, so I decided I was going to build a little place where I can always know to go and have rockets. So here is the chest where all the rockets get made. We've got a crafter that is filling up with gunpowder. On this side, we've got a crafter that's filling up with sugarcane. It makes paper, feeds it into this crafter for the paper here, and it outputs rockets. So every time I'm going by here, I can walk by and just be like, oh, I need some rockets. Grab some rockets. And now it's going to fill back up. And it's going to fill back up until this one gets completely full. It's not, I don't have it checking for a full chest. I wanted it to check just for a really close to full chest. That way we have room for overflow if we need to. But yeah, it's the crafting system down here is pretty simple, but the neat thing I did here was I added on a shulker box unloader. So I've got shulkers of our sugarcane up here, and then shulkers of our gunpowder up here, and those just feed down and they supply the supplies. So it is basically, I mean, I've got enough in there. I can't imagine I'll need any more, but we're feeding, we've got 2 farms over underneath our base that we can always use to refill this. So this is working really well. I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and that leads me to the next step here. I want to put a building around this. This is really neat redstone, but I want to put a building around it. I've got it kind of outlined already. I want to build sort of like a silo here. It'll contain my redstone, no problem, and then I'll make it to where I can just walk by, grab something. I'll probably put a door in the side, giving me access up to the top there. But I want this to be kind of the first building of the town that we're going to be putting in out in this area, and a little silo right by our portal is going to make a lot of sense. So that is the next thing I'm going to do here. So let me get a few supplies together and let's jump into a time lapse. All right, well, we have finished up our little rocket silo here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. So, a couple of changes that I've made since the time lapse. Um, One, I went ahead and replaced the bamboo that I had used for the floors inside. Um, when I was coming out of my house up here, I could see into the rocket silo over there from up here, and the yellow was just sticking out way too much. I didn't like it. So I went ahead and replaced the floors with spruce, so it kind of matches. And now you can see like that, all that spruce right there was actually just yellow, and it was super tacky. So I didn't like that. Um, and the other change I made, I went in and textured the roof a little bit up here, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm real happy with how this has worked out. This is kind of the style we're gonna go for a lot of the um, houses around here as we start building out more and more. But yeah, I'm real happy with how it turned out. I went ahead and did, just a little bit of path and threw down some bone meal a couple places. I think it looks great. I think it worked out really good. Let's go inside and take a look. So I did give myself a way to get in, and this is just it fits exactly what it was supposed to. So let's come up here. When we need to refill it, we can just come up here and we can dump a whole bunch of our gunpowder. Up here, we can dump a whole bunch of our sugar cane up here, and it's just gonna make rockets forever. It's gonna be really nice. Technically, we could even stack a few more chests up here if we really decided we needed to. I think that's going to be overkill, though. And we've got a third floor here. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. Right now, it's just kind of a capped off third floor, but it's here. It's something. You get a really nice view out these windows. Kind of see what's going on. You can see over to the village over that way and all those things. So yeah, I think it turned out really nice. And it's totally functional. It does exactly what I wanted it to do. And that the really nice thing, say we're coming over here, and let's just toss all those rockets. Oh crap, I'm heading to the nether, and I don't have any rockets on me. Man, I forgot my rockets. I can just run right over here, grab a stack of rockets, run back. Oh, and by the way, it's gonna just refill. It's gonna just fill back up. It's gonna go until there's, roughly 64 in there. It'll stop at some point. But yeah, so I can sit here. Yep. So it just stopped. I also, let me see. I can come over here and let's see if I can. I don't think I have any empty shulkers on me. Yeah, I can fill up an entire shulker box right here, and it will just load back up. I did that once already with this, and it just loads back up, no problem. So it works really well. Hopefully, as people come and visit, they can maybe grab a stack of rockets or two as well for just coming and hanging out. But yeah, let's take a look. Ooh. You got to kind of watch for the falling iron golems now around here. But yeah, I think that house is going to look really great. I think it's going to work out really well for us. It is quite large, but I think it doesn't make our house over here look small by any means, because we're on the hill here. So that will work. I think that is going to work out great for us. And with that, I really appreciate you joining me today. It was a lot of fun going through, showing you some of the new builds that we've got, and also getting back to building. We've done a bunch of redstone lately. It's the first build we've done in quite a while. So yeah, it's been great. If you've liked this episode, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I just noticed that we have passed 100 subscribers, and that is really awesome. I appreciate it. that is something that is really, really cool, and we're going to do something fun for that. I just need to figure out what. So if you've got any ideas, throw it down in the comments. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. Have a great day, y'all.